in major momentum. Give it up for Vibe Millionaire 5-star ambassador, Mr. Kevin Merriman. Y'all give it up for Jay Green. We don't get to party as much anymore together, and certainly not with E. Ross the Boss back there. This is kind of a challenge party on steroids tonight, or on go shots. Yeah, let's say go shots. Yeah, challenge party on go shots. But anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about the invitation process, and I want to talk, before I talk about what I say to a complete stranger or what I say to a warm market person, I want to talk real quick on step 3 on the invitation process to your challenge party. Jefferson mentioned that, you know, the play that we've run for 3 years to throw the company into momentum, the way you get one of these dog tags that say you make $1 million is to run that play. Don't go out and reinvent the wheel. Don't be the smart guy coming in here, okay? Please don't. I've seen them come and go. The smart guys that have all the ideas, they don't make no money. I mean, those 2 guys right there that just left, I don't know how much they made between them last month, but they make a bunch, okay? And they submitted themselves to this system, okay? I will tell you this about Jay Green. He stepped outside, I can tell you. He was trying to be the smart guy when he first came in. Seriously, Jay called me out of the magazine and did not return my calls after he got in because he had it all figured out. He knew how he was going to go out and share it with his buddies. And guess what? It wasn't working. So a month and a half in, he submitted and said, all right, Kevin, whatever you tell me to do, I'm going to do it. And he says, if it don't work in 90 days, it's your fault. And 90 days later, he was, you know, I don't know how much he was making, but he was doing extremely well, and now he's the top one star in the company. So, and I'm not taking the credit for that. It's right here in this system, okay? The guys that turned me on to it were the guys that developed the system. Nick Sarnicola, the guy on the video, Jason O'Toole, Kyle Passetti, Blake Mallon, Ryan Blair. These guys are, I don't know what to call them. They're just the best I've ever seen in this kind of arena. When you start talking about marketing a product or a service, we actually promote and market a 90-day challenge, and they found out the best practices on how to take that to a market. And obviously, we take it through a market to market through a network. It's all about people. And like Jay said earlier, some of you come to the table with a good track record with your warm market, meaning when you call someone, they listen. Some of you got some work to do, right? Some of you, for whatever reason, you haven't done right by everybody, over the last few years, so you got some cleaning up to do. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. But most of you in this room, probably 98% of the people in this room, have done right by most of your friends and family. And so when you call them, you've got their ear. And that's all we want. Now, I'm going to talk about the invitation processes right here on the back. We call it Pick 2 and Party, but we've actually changed it to Pick 1 and Party. And I'll tell you why. Our tools are so effective that we don't need 2 exposures before they come to a challenge party and experience what we're doing right here tonight. Okay? All they need is 1 exposure. Remember, like Jay said, this isn't goofy. It's not run free pantyhose. It ain't some cancer pill that's going to, cure cancer. It's weight loss, health, and fitness. And everybody outside of those doors has a goal of doing better. So you give them 1 exposure, and then you get them here. Now, this party is certainly not normal. Don't think that your party has to be like this. Don't think you got to have diva extraordinaire in your party to have a successful party. You don't have to have Shannon Hamilton in your party. You don't have to have Jay French in your party. You don't need Ross and Green in your party. All you need is a blender and a DVD player, okay? And if you get smart, if you get good at edifying the people that are in front of you, like notice how Ernest brought Jefferson up. Notice how Jefferson brought me up. If Nick was standing right here, I'd do the same thing for him. That's called edification. The better you get at that, guess what happens? All of your friends want to hear what this person has to say. So your job, if you're doing your party by yourself, hey, edify the people that can call in and close that party out, like I did for Jay Green from Jacksonville. I was closing out parties from wherever I was in the country, right here in Atlanta, before I started flying up here, okay? So your job is to get them to the party. We'll help you close it out. Is that cool? Yes. Okay, now this is what you say to one of your warm market. The 25 people that you put on your list, and I'll tell you this, y'all, 25 is for the beginners. If you just want to make, a couple $1,000s a month, then put 25 down. But if you want to make 10+ thousand a month, how many of y'all want to make 10 grand? 10 grand? Put 100 names down. 100 names. I put 200 down. I was on the advanced program. I've never been advanced in school, but I wanted the AP class. I wanted to get up there, And so I put 200 names down, and this is what I said to my buddies. Hey, I just started the 90-day challenge, okay? My goal was blank. Notice what I skipped. You got a few minutes to talk? I don't ask them that. You know why? Because they pick up the phone. If they didn't have time to talk, they wouldn't answer the phone. You ever not answer your phone? That's because you ain't have time to talk. If they answer their phone, they got time to talk. So you get right to the skinny of it, right? So you call them up and say, hey, you obviously you're gonna call their name out. Hey, how's it going, right? Yeah, doing great. They see your name, boom, and you get right to it. Hey, I just started a 90-day challenge, right? My goal is blank, and I don't ask them, do they have time to hear about it? I don't ask them, do they have a few minutes to talk? And I don't ask them, do they have time to hear about it? I go right to it. I just started a 90-day challenge. My goal is to drop 20 pounds. You've got to hear all about it, okay? At that point, usually they will say, okay, or they'll ask you a question. Your job now, like Ernest said, is to text them over your website, okay? Whatever your Body by Vi website is. Mine is M as in Mary, the number 5.bodybyvi.com. That's the M5, the car. I always wanted an M5. So when I started 3 years ago, I thought that'd be a cool website, M5, right? So make it something nice and simple. You don't want it to be, hey, get fine like me on the Body by Vi channel, right? No, they're going to forget that. They're going to type one letter off, they're going to be on somebody else's website and sign up, right? Something simple. Make it your name. KevinMeriwether.bodybyvi.com. All of your friends know your name. Text it over to them. Say, hey, you got to check this out. I'm going to text your website. I've got a bunch of people to call because this thing is going crazy. People are losing weight and getting into better shape, right? And I'm going to call you back in 30 minutes. Check out this 5-minute video. Did they spend any money? No. Did they make a decision to join? No. All you did was give them instructions on what you wanted them to do. If you execute this right, guys, it's a 1-minute, 2-minute, 3-minute phone call. Okay? Your job is not to go play 20 questions with them. That's where you get your lunch ticket. Okay? When you start answering questions, they'll eat your lunch. Now, they ain't trying to. That's just people. They want to know what's in the shape. They want to know, all about the company. They want to know, is it safe and all of this stuff. That's not your job. Your job is to get them to the plate, which is the challenge party. The DVD will answer 80% of their questions, maybe 90%. Okay? And so when you call them up, I just started a 90-day challenge. My goal is to drop 20 pounds. You got to hear all about it, right? Pause a second. Boom, they'll say something. At that point, look, I'm going to text your video because I know you got some questions. I don't want to mess this thing up, okay? I'm just getting started. If you tell them that, you know what they don't expect is for you to have all the answers. Sometimes, I can't really pull that off anymore, but I did that for the first couple of years. Hey, I'm just getting started. They have to know I started 2 years ago. Because that took a lot of the questions out. I don't want to answer a bunch of questions. It's like getting a haircut over the phone. That don't work too well, right? So I'm going to text you the website. I want you to check it out. It's only 5 minutes long. Make sure you tell them that. The video on my website is only 5 minutes long. I want you to watch it really quick, check it out, and I'll call you back in 30 minutes. Notice what I'm doing. I'm talking fast, I'm talking loud, and I'm excited. There is nothing that will ever replace just raw excitement. You ain't got to know a whole lot. Just be excited. Amen? Some of y'all ain't excited yet, but you will be. You start making these calls, move around. Take 1 hour and make these calls to get people to this event. Now, you schedule your challenge party. Today is Thursday. Your party might be on Sunday. Like Jay said, you don't want, now, for some of you, you can have a party tomorrow. But the party that you're making the calls for tonight and tomorrow is going to be for the party that you're having on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, okay? Because the idea is once you text them the website out, you're going to give them a follow-up call. 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours later, that evening, whenever. Call them back, and just what it says here. Hey, what'd you like best about what you saw? Sometimes they'll tell you, I didn't see it. I ain't have time. Well, you need to see it, right? I call them back one time and say, look, promise me that you're going to watch it tonight, and I'll call you tomorrow. Make them promise you. Remember, these are people that trust you. They know who you are. These aren't strangers, all right? You know what?